She burst onto the scene a clean-cut teen queen. But now Mandy Moore's all grown up.
I have an entourage.
With her 2003 album Coverage, she's leaving the pop princess behind and playing by her own rules.
It's so easy to sell out. It's easy to take that road. I'd rather have the challenge of doing something a little bit different and maybe a bit harder.
But being a rebel isn't always easy. For this determined 19-year-old, the pressure is intense as she follows her dreams of a crossover career.
Hurry! They're chasing us!
For the first time, Mandy reveals to VH1 what life is really like in the spotlight.
Why are people so unbelievably fascinated with this lifestyle? It makes me just feel gross and want to take a shower.
From the struggle to protect her romance with tennis heartthrob Andy Roddick.
No one needs to know what our pet names are for each other. No one needs to know where we go on vacation. That's for me and him.
To fighting off the sex sells mentality.
People push so hard for me to do that whole shocking thing because I haven't gone there yet.
And most difficult of all, the loss of her own personal anonymity.
I was at the gym the other day. I was opening my legs up and there was this camera. Why would someone do that?
One of today's brightest young stars pulls over, comes clean, and answers every question.
Enough is enough.
This is VH1 All Access Spotlight, Mandy Moore.
With me, what you see is what you get.
Mandy Moore is everywhere. From public appearances to concerts to braving the red carpet with her boyfriend, tennis phenom Andy Roddick.
I'm in love.
It seems everyone wants a piece of the fresh-faced star. Magazines want her on the cover. Radio stations need her on the air.
Mandy Moore is here in Hey, Salt Lake. What's up, Seattle?
Mandy Moore is here. Hi, Mandy.
This is Mandy Moore. Right here with Rick Dees this weekend.
This is Mandy Moore. Have a little faith in me.
And the demands are only going to get more intense with her fourth album Coverage hitting the charts.
With this album, it was my project and my idea. It wasn't someone kind of leading me into the studio saying, Mandy, here are your songs. This is what you're recording. Come here, baby.
The CD's first video is the John Hyatt classic, Have a Little Faith in Me.
Have a little faith in me.
And with 3 movies in the works, this crossover artist's career is plain blowing up. And Mandy herself is growing up.
I'm happy being me, and I am going through a metamorphosis. I am changing, I am growing up, and I like it that way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As Mandy rehearses for her next performance, she's totally at ease.
We do Moonshadow, Senses, Faith, Drop the Pilot. That would be easier because my voice would be warmed up.
She's been preparing for fame her whole life. Mandy's a natural performer and has been practically ever since she could walk.
My first big break, I would have to say, was singing the national anthem for the Orlando Magic. Oh, see, can you see?
Well, now I look back and I'm like, I had the worst bowl haircut anyone in the history of this planet has ever had. It's the worst haircut ever. And the geekiest little black dress and little white t-shirt. I thought I was so styling.
No one was focusing on her wardrobe. It was all about her beautiful voice. Record execs took notice, and by 15, Mandy released her first album, So Real. The album went platinum in just 3 months. Suddenly, Mandy Moore was a pop princess, joining the ranks of Christina and Britney. Mandy wasn't blind to the realities of her world. She watched as her peers turned up the heat on their sexual images.
It's what's on the cover of tabloids. It's what's on the cover of every magazine.
The other women bared their ambitions and a whole lot of skin in a no-holds-barred effort to sell records. Nothing was out of bounds, including same-sex kisses and crotchless chaps. But while they were getting dirty, Mandy was staying squeaky clean.
Brittany and Christina are very sexual people and sexual artists, and that's how they're kind of portraying themselves to be. And I'm not that. Not to say that one is good or one is bad. This is just me.
Mandy gets it. She knows what sells.
I understand the distinction between just being sexual to be sexual or sexuality definitely driving the art. People push so hard for me to do that whole shocking thing because I haven't gone there yet. It's so easy to sell out. I'd rather have the challenge of doing something a little bit different and maybe a bit harder. Rockin' people.
On her fourth album, Coverage, Mandy is once again challenging herself with a collection of songs written before the performer was even born.
The whole point of making this record was to introduce this music to people my age who'd kind of written this music off as their parents' generation.
It's a project that she believes will connect on a level that's more than skin deep.
I love this record. I think it stands for itself. It's something different. Everything from the Cat Stevens, Joni Mitchell's, Elton John's of the world. People will definitely have, memories attached to this music.
At a time when labels are spending millions to spoil artists with tricked-out recording studios, Mandy again struck out on her own, opting for the down-to-earth vibe of her producer's garage.
This is a studio I did the whole record and the whole Coverage record.
Hey! Yeah! Why can I not do a simple yeah? One more. Oh, yeah. No, I don't hit it.
Remember, Rockin' Roll Man? It was like the highest note of the song.
Man! Time for lunch break.
Mandy Moore's attitude in the studio is a lot like her attitude in life. Work hard, but have a little fun along the way. And for a 19-year-old, fun means shopping.
I haven't been back there before. They have new kids on the block.
As she browses at one of her favorite vintage boutiques in Hollywood, no one bothers her and she likes to keep it that way.
It's Elton John. What is he wearing on his head? But it's Paul Abdul and Color Me Bad. How about Wham? 1985 Kenny Rogers World Tour with the beard and yes. I got some t-shirts from my dad, from my brothers, and I got a couple for Andy too. It was a successful trip here. I don't want everything that I wear to kind of be deciphered and picked apart. I like my life as it is right now. I want to be able to walk with no makeup on and go to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee without, people taking pictures and stuff.
Mandy is becoming a hot commodity and the press is taking aim. It's not just the records and movies that have her name in lights. Nope, it's a budding romance.
Love is great. Love is... it's just nothing is bad in the world, and I'm very lucky that I'm in a relationship with someone that I have so much respect for.
Since coming clean about her love affair with tennis superstar Andy Roddick, she's been besieged by the press.
We dated for a good 8-9 months before people really cared about us. People didn't care. People didn't take pictures. People didn't stop us.
The picture-perfect couple kept their relationship under wraps for as long as they could. But a big win for Andy at the 2003 U.S. Open blew their cover.
Andy Roddick, the new American Grand Slam champion, going to find his girlfriend.
It's almost like this automatic push from people okay, well, it's out in the open now. We have free reign to ask whatever we want. We have free reign to take pictures.
With her peers answering everything from how they lost their virginity to revealing all on their own TV shows, Mandy finds herself safeguarding the couple's most intimate details.
No one needs to know what our pet names are for each other. That's for me and him. People feel like you owe it to them. Like, you're in this business, you've admitted that you're dating, you owe it to us to answer any question that we put in front of you.
And Mandy's answer? A polite buzz off.
I've stopped answering questions. He has stopped answering questions. I don't want to have some huge, big, high-profile romance in every tabloid magazine.
The more that you let on to people, the more they want to know, and it becomes this vicious cycle. And so I've kind of started to learn to keep my mouth shut.
Coming up, Mandy takes VH1 inside her whirlwind workout.
Welcome to my life at the gym.
5, up, 4.
No laughing. I'm terrible at all this.
And bears it all on not bearing it all.
I don't feel like I need to do that for my art. I'm not willing to compromise that.
Then later, Mandy fights to keep the paparazzi from invading her life.
I realized that I was opening my legs up, and there was this camera.
When All Access Spotlight, Mandy Moore continues.